I am glad to welcome you to yet another interesting edition of your news program tagged The World This Week. On today's edition, as always, we shall be serving you the latest local, national and international news. On the second segment, foreign news recap, sports roundup, entertainment news, and the big one, Saturday Special, we climax our package for the day. On Saturday Special this week, we will be taking a trip to Nepa Road in Imo, Abeokuta, the hub printing hub. I am Adibola Oshomuji. I'll be right back after this break to stay with us. The picture that we have of ourselves will always determine how we respond to live. You can watch us live on Facebook at Ogtv and Ogun State Television, YouTube at Ogtv Abeokuta, and on Ogtv website www.ogtv.com.ng/live. For the latest news and reports, you can check us on these platforms: X at Ogun TV, Instagram at Ogun State Television, or download Ogtv app on Apple Store and Google Play Store. And now to the news. The Nigerian government has described its relationship with Senegal as a strategic partnership built on a foundation of shared history, democratic values, and economic independence. This followed Vice President Kashim Shettima's presence at Senegal's 65th Independence Day anniversary held at the Place de la Nation in Dakar on Friday. Vice President Shettima had represented President Bola Tinubu at the event, where President Bassirou Faye of Senegal played host to guests from across Africa and beyond. Speaking on the sidelines of the event in Dakar, Nigerian Minister of State for Foreign Affairs, Ambassador Bianca Oduegu Ojoko, said there were very strong bilateral ties between Nigeria and Senegal, noting that both countries achieved independence in 1960 and have maintained shared commitment to democratic governance and regional security. Also on Nigeria's delegation was Honorable Oluwole Oke, Chairman of the House Committee on Foreign Affairs. Here in Ogun State Governor Prince Dapo Abiodun has said his administration is embarking on massive renovation and restoration of all rich cultural heritage sites in the state. He also assured the people of Egbaland and the state as a whole that Olumo Rock in a couple of weeks will wear a look that will drive it as a foremost tourist center in Nigeria. Governor's Office correspondent Yusuf Ganiyu reports.
The 38th edition of Lishabi Day celebration with the theme Back to Land, Panacea for Food Sustainability and Youth Employment in Egbaland was another significant moment for all sons and daughters of the town to promote unity. Governor Dapo Abiodun said the day is a celebration of the courageous advocacy for self-determination and political emancipation of the Egba people, noting that it is not only just a celebration of Lishabi's patriotism and virtues. He also said that his administration recognized that Egbaland holds a strategic position in the development trajectory of the state.
That this celebration continues to serve as a unifying force, strengthening the bonds of peace, unity, and cooperation amongst all segments of the Egba nation and the state of As we celebrate today, I urge everyone to cherish uniqueness of this Shabi Day, not merely as a cultural festivity, but as an opportunity to consolidate peaceful coexistence, uphold our shared values, and deepen our collective commitment to wholesome development.
Governor Abiodun added that cultural festivals like the Shadi Festival does not only preserve the heritage of the people, but has continued to attract cultural tourism, which is said drives local economies and empowers communities. Abiodun noted that the theme of the celebration aligns with the Renewed Hope agenda, an initiative of President Bola Tinubu and the policy thrust of his administration, which prioritizes food security and youth engagement.
In embarking on a massive renovation, restoration of all our rich cultural heritage sites across the state. Only last week, I visited Ogtv, and I was not pleased with what I saw. Despite the fact that yearly, over 20,000 people visit Ogtv yearly. I want to assure you that in the next few weeks, Ogtv will be wearing a befitting new look.
Earlier in his remarks, the Alakan Paramount of Egbaland, Oba Adetotu Arimbadebo, thanked Governor Dapo Abiodun for attending the 38th edition of the festival despite his tight schedules, adding that this edition of the festival is the beginning of new things in the land. Yusuf Ganiyu, Ogtv News.
A roll call of dignitaries and royal fathers it was at the open field of Olivet Baptist High School, Oyo Town in Oyo State, where the 46th Alaafin of Oyo, Oba Akim Abimbola Wade Elewetu I, was officially unveiled by the Oyo State Governor, Engineer Seyi Makinde, after the presentation of staff of office and other instruments of appointment to the monarch on January 13, 2025. Engineer Seyi Makinde, in a speech, congratulated the entire people of Oyo Town on the choice of Oba Akim Abimbola Wade, emphasizing that his administration will not in any way interfere with the process of selection of any traditional ruler, promising to hold them in high esteem. The President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, was represented by the Minister of Power, Honorable Adebayo Adelabu. The new Alaafin of Oyo, Oba Akim Abimbola Wade Elewetu I, promised a beginning of a new dawn for his people. The event was witnessed by Oni of Ife, Oba Enitan Ogunwusi, Sultan of Sokoto Abubakar Saad, Olu of Wari, Shon of Ogbomosho, Oluwo of Iwo, among others. Ogun State Governor Prince Dapo Abiodun has described the death of the Ogun All Progressives Congress APC spokesman Tunde Oladunjoye as a terrible loss. Abiodun, who said he received news of the demise of the erudite spokesman and chief consultant to the Ogun State government with disbelief and shock, expressed deep sorrow that the dynamic, loyal and committed politician died in the prime of youth. He described the deceased as a forthright, down-to-earth, consummate politician who always stood gallantly and unwaveringly by any cause believed in, adding that he was a stabilizing factor both in Ogun APC and in government circles. Governor Abiodun confirmed that as a party man and aide, Oladunjoye never believed in half measures. He always went out of his way to defend the programs, policies, philosophy, and the image of the Ogun State government under the present leadership in the state. According to the governor, late Oladunjoye was an effective and highly accomplished spokesman whose brilliance was never in doubt. While commiserating with the family and APC, Abiodun described the deceased as a voice of courage and the best spokesman Ogun APC has ever produced. His contributions to the modest successes this administration has recorded in various sectors cannot be overemphasized. His doggedness, tenacity, and loyalty to the cause he believed shone through at all times, and there is no doubt that he contributed a lot in making Ogun APC a big brand. He was frank, down to earth, forthright, and focused. A good man who will be sorely missed. Meanwhile, the All Progressive Congress, Ogun State Chapter, has described the death of the State Publicity Secretary, Comrade Tunde Oladunjoye, as a great loss to the party, his family, and the state at large. Chairman of the party in Ogun State, Chief Yemi Sanusi, in a statement, also described the late Oladunjoye as a pragmatic and loyal party member who is always ready to stretch himself beyond convenient threshold to achieve party's goal. The late image maker of the party, according to him, will never tolerate any stain on the image of the party. He, however, prayed that the Almighty Allah grant him eternal rest, prosper the family that he left behind, and also fortifies the party's leadership and followers from untimely death. May his soul rest in peace. Ogun State government, in collaboration with a private sector arts and culture center, Terra Culture, is set to hold the groundbreaking event for a film and entertainment arena in the next 60 days. Governor Abiodun made this known while playing host to the founder of the Terra Culture Center, Bolanle Austin Peters, in his office at Okemoson, Abeokuta. Governor's office correspondent Yusuf Ganiyu reports.
Governor Dapo Abiodun meets with the founder of Terra Culture and her team to discuss establishing a film village in the state with the aim of showcasing the beauty, history and culture of Ogun State and Nigeria as a whole. The governor expressed his commitment to developing a world-class studio, with the first phase expected to commence within the next 60 days.
We're very happy to invest in it alongside with you. You would have to have a skin in this game, no matter how big or how small it is. And then, of course, we'd like to entrust, the running and the operations of it to you as well, so that at least you can bring your experience and expertise into play. But the most important thing is that we need to set up timelines to achieve this. 2 weeks for the set of drawings. In the 2 weeks, we expect to see required equipment that we needed. This can be phased out in a modular form so that we are expanding in modules.
The founder of Terra Culture highlighted the benefit of the project, including the establishment of a world-class studio for performing, filming and educating students. She emphasized that the governor's vision is not only to showcase the state culture, but also to create wealth and generate revenue for the people of Ogun State.
It's going to be first of its kind in Nigeria. We're focused on celebrating our culture, focused on celebrating Ogun State's heroes, so many. I mean, if you know Ogun State, you know that so many musicians, actors, performers, writers, the list is endless. From Fela to Wole Soyinka to the Olamides of this world, they all come from here. So we want to have a home for them where people will come, students will visit, tourists will come, they will learn more about us, and then first-class studios where we can film, perform, and do any form of TV that we desire.
This initiative aligns with Governor Abiodun's effort to promoting economic growth and development in Ogun State. Yusuf Ganiyu, Ogtv News.
The former chairman of Ikwokia local government, APC leader in the council area in Ogun West and member of Ogun State Elders Advisory Council, Olaiwola Obanla, has been described as a committed grassroots politician, believer in good governance and great pillar of support for the current administration in the state. Ogun State Governor Prince Dapo Abiodun made this known at the special 80th birthday celebration of the political pathfinder and mentor to many in Ogun West, held at DHQ Event Center, Songwater. Matthew Shomi completes the report.
Having impacted his community, local government, and Ogun State through his service in different political and administrative positions, while standing out as a political compass and pathfinder to many in Ikwokia local government and Ogun West, Pa Olaiwola Obanla has now been celebrated by APC political family in Ikwokia local government, Ogun West Senatorial District, and Ogun State as he clocks 80. Ogun State Governor Prince Dapo Abiodun, represented by his deputy, Engineer Noemon Salako Oyedele, said the state recognizes the immense contributions of Pa Obanla to the development of Ipokia local government, Ogun West, and the state at large. The member representing Ipokia State constituency at the State House of Assembly, Honorable Bisi Oyedele, chairman of Ipokia local government, and others described the celebrants as a rally point for Ogun West and a dogged fighter for the realization of their political projects in the zone.
Somebody that we cherish so much in the Ipokia local government. Talking about Ogun West politics, of course, you know that we are going to be with our own person.
He's a father to all. And he's someone that we have learned a lot from. Personally, he has been my leader for the past 15 years. And I've learned a lot from him.
Grace of God, Baba has lived a wealthy life. Baba is a peace-loving person. I know Baba since when I was in secondary school. He has been a very close person to me. He is my boy, my student in secondary school. Been very brilliant and diligent in his studies.
He contributed at every angle of development of our area, in terms of politics, economy, social, and so on and so forth.
The celebrant thanked God for how the journey of 80 years has been and expressed gratitude to those who have come to celebrate with him.
But one thing about life is, which I know, is to do good to people. If you develop people, God will develop you.
The children described him as a wonderful father who is always after the welfare of his children. Matthew Shoumi, Ogtv News.
The Nigerian Army has officially commenced recruitment for the 89 regular recruit intake for trades and non-trades men and women. The online registration, which began on Monday, March 31, will run until Saturday, May 17, 2025. A statement from the Permanent Secretary of the Bureau of Cabinet and Special Services, Mr. Olanrewaju Saka, confirms that interested applicant can apply online at recruitmentarmy.mil.ng. The screening process will be conducted online and successful candidate will be shortlisted for the next phase. To be eligible, applicant must be single Nigerian citizens by birth, possesses a valid national identity number or bank verification number, and be medically, physically, and psychologically fit. They must also have no criminal record, and the age requirement is 18 to 22 years for non-trades applicant and 18 to 26 years for trades applicant. Additionally, the minimum height requirement is 1.68 meters for men and 1.65 meters for women. Candidates must have at least 4 passes in not more than 2 sittings in WASE, GCE, NECO, or NAPTEP, while trades applicant must also present a trades test or city and guide certificate. Shortlisted applicant from the online screening will be required to report for a physical screening exercise at the State Recruitment Center, 35 Artillery Brigade, Alamala Barracks, Abeokuta, from Monday, June 2 to Monday, June 16, 2025. A free medical outreach was held for residents of Adodo in Adodo local government area of Ogun State. The initiative was organized by the National Youth Council of Nigeria, Ogun West Senatorial District, in collaboration with the Olanrewaju Sunday Ajileye Foundation and Honorable Rashid Aroboto Ayodeji Tomori Oluwome reports.
Residents of Adodo in Adodo Ogtv local government area of Ogun State benefited from a free medical outreach organized by the National Youth Council of Nigeria, Ogun West Senatorial District, in partnership with the Olanrewaju Sunday Ajileye Osa Foundation and Honorable Rashid Aroboto.
Most of our people in the community, especially because of the situation we find ourselves in Nigeria, they don't have much to take care of themselves. So if we are having chance for this free medical checkup, it is highly welcome.
If you look at the population, the people are here. All of this, you can't say a rich man, a rich people here, because they have no money to sponsor themselves. That's why I give kudos to the sponsor of this program.
Adodo is known for one thing. We are agricultural environment where we produce, where we do things that many people outside Adodo benefit from. But when we are not healthy, can we perform that? So this program really is a significant one.
Speaking at the event, the vice chairman of the council in Ogun West, Comrade Kehinde Olorunjubelo, and a representative of Osa Foundation, Alhaji Sulaiman Adeshola, said the program was born out of a desire to give back to the community and support government's effort in providing quality and affordable health care.
We believe government alone cannot solve the problem facing by the populace. And as youth, as young people of Ogun West, we should have our own quota in contributing to the development of our immediate community. In Ogun West, we are blessed with many medical practitioners. In fact, majority of them are working in private institutions, and they are ready to contribute their quotas selflessly.
This program is not politically motivated. It is strictly targeted for the benefit of the people.
The outreach held at Adodo Community Town Hall featured free medical screenings, consultations, treatment, drug administration, and health education for the beneficiaries. Ayodeji Tomori Olunmi, Ogtv News.
The annual Lenten lecture of the Anglican Communion Remo Diocese provided opportunity for Christians to have a spiritual rebirth as they under the 40 days of fasting and intense prayers. It is equally said to honor the 40 days fasting and nights Jesus went through while in the wilderness, and also for Christians to self-reflect and prepare themselves for eternal life. Shenayon Sesi Shekoni has details of the report presented from our studio.
The Lenten lecture was delivered by the guest speaker, Right Reverend Jacob Bamidele Bikunle, centered on Christians to always be obedient to God, even in the face of adversity, stressing that when Christians are obedient to God with faith, there will be ways for them. He made reference with the lives and trials of Isaac, Abraham, and Sarah's son, and the father of Esau and Jacob, pointing out that obedience to God during a period of extreme scarcity and adversity would end with God's unlimited blessings.
We have reflected on what Isaac did in obedience to God in his time. In Genesis chapter 26, Isaac was instructed by God not to go to Egypt, even though in the time of famine, in the time of adverse scarcity, and he obeyed. He stayed in Gerar, and God prospered. He sowed there and prospered the same year, and he became prosperous. So that is what we have come to reflect on in this year's Lenten lecture.
There was an interactive session for further clarification on the lecture. Most Reverend Olushina Fakwe, Bishop Diocese of Remo and Archbishop Ecclesiastical Province of Lagos, gave a short exhortation on how Christians should keep their faith and benefits of obedience. Bishop Fakwe spoke against the frequent use of artificial intelligence in the society, claiming it does more harm than good, particularly intellectually.
95% of my sermons, I don't search into dictionary, Bible dictionary, concordances. No. I sit down, I see the face of God. What is this particular passage of the Bible saying? What's he saying to me today? But then, when I am writing, I do consultation of other people. I gain from other people. I use other people's knowledge.
Chief Mrs. Ronke Salako, in her contribution, emphasized the importance of the Lenten period and why it should be observed by all Christians.
It's a very, very important period because we have to remember how Jesus went through the 40 days and 40 nights and all the things that happened during that period. It's a period that we have to give out, we have to think of so many things we are doing and repent.
The lecture was rounded off as Nigerians were encouraged to love one another while fostering unity among one another.
A road crash involving a Toyota Highlander with the registration number plate LND 666DD and a Dangote heavy-duty truck with registration number plate TAR 498XA occurred along Papalanto Ilari Road in Ewekoro local government area of Ogun State. The Toyota Highlander, which was conveying the Special Assistant to Ogun State Governor on Inter-Ethnic Affairs, Monday Chukwudi, and 3 other passengers, was headed for Ijebu-Ode for a burial ceremony. Though there was no casualty recorded, but survivors believe that the company management, who rely on the use of heavy-duty trucks, should go extra mile at investing in training and cautioning the drivers at considering other road users.
To the bush.
The 2 vehicles involved were later moved to the Nigeria Police Divisional Headquarters, Ewekoro, Itori, Ogun State.
Are not well trained, and most of them they usually took drugs before driving. So I want to advise them to make sure that most of their drivers should be an experienced and well trained drivers.
We can never stop every duty not to be moving on the road. So, but let there be time that will be moving. Moving in the afternoon is a very big problem.
Okay.
And away from Nigeria, Myanmar declared a week of national mourning for the country's devastating earthquake as the death toll passed 2,000. Also, South Korea's top court on Friday unanimously ruled to remove impeached President Yoon Suk-yeol from office. These are few of the stories we have for you on Foreign News Recap.
Myanmar declared a week of national mourning on Monday for the country's devastating earthquake as the death toll passed 2,000 and hopes faded of finding more survivors in the rubble of ruined buildings. National flags will fly at half-mast until April 6 in sympathy for the loss of life and damages from Friday's massive 7.7 magnitude quake, the ruling junta said in a statement. The announcement came as the tempo